Hello, everybody. Back with you for a Wednesday live stream, the Women's Rodeo World Championships. And today I'm excited to be sharing the stage with Wenda Johnson. Say hi, Wenda.
Hello.
Yeah, where are you calling in from? I know that you're in your truck. Where are you?
I'm currently in Pawhuska, Oklahoma.
Pawhuska. Nice. And Michelle Darling. Hello, Michelle.
Hi.
Yeah, where are you calling in from?
I'm actually in Medford, Oklahoma at my house.
Nice. Okie girls.
Okie.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we just got done with a great event. We have a champion in Michelle from Stampede at the E that we just hosted, I guess, a week ago, 10 days ago, finished up roughly in Guthrie at the Lazy E Arena. And congratulations on that, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
Linda is a finalist. She did fantastic there as well. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. One of the things, do you guys have anything that you'd like to say? Did I talk over you, Michelle, or you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So both of you have had great success in the WCRA, and I would really like to just kind of open up the floor. But before I do, I want to show something that we're pretty excited about. To just kind of remind everybody, tune in this Saturday on CBS. Let me pull it up here. All right, can y'all see that? Look at that. These two ladies are going to be on CBS August 29th at 3 o'clock Eastern. So tune in and watch the show. Again, it's going to be on CBS. 3 o'clock Eastern time. These two wonderful ladies right here are going to be on there. So, talk about Wenda. Let's go to you first. What has your experience been? And I'd love for you to talk about the ground, anything that is important to you as a barrel racer, as an athlete, as a competitor. What has been your experience from the first time that you competed at a WCRA event, all the way up until your most recent success at Stampede at the E?
Sure, JD. First of all, I really enjoy the WCRA Association. I feel like they put the athletes first, and they're also putting our horses first, and really doing their very, very best to make sure the ground is the best it can be. For these amazing equine athletes that try so hard for us. And I love this particular association is suitable for anybody to nominate and to go compete at a high level. And I like it because I'm a person that's not going to go travel down the road all the time consistently. And so when I do go, I nominate and make it count, and then able to compete at the semifinals. So I love that really it provides a way to still make it to the finals by only going to one show. And that's just really convenient and works out well for my schedule. And that's what I tell people about it, that it's easy to nominate. You can go to any, from a small barrel race to a big rodeo, nominate, get points, and compete at the semifinals. And every time that I have, so I've actually been to 3 of the semifinals. The ground has always been great. The committee's been amazing. The staff has been more than accommodating. The entry system's really easy to follow and deal with. So there's some huge perks, and I feel like the association has so many great qualities, and they're really promoting rodeo and the opportunity for rodeo to shine and showing the good side of rodeo.
I've got to tell you, when you came out of the Lazy E after, I believe, your first run, I was outside on my way actually into the building. And your bay horse, what is your bay horse's name? Tell us about
Mac.
And he's a gelding.
Gelding, 7-year-old gelding.
Yeah. So I have 2 girls, and they love horses, and I got such a kick out of you because you were walking, you were leading Mac out, and you had a grin that was like, let me see, it was like wider than my screen than you all can see, and you were talking to Mac, and y'all were just like so happy. I was like, that girl did good. I don't know anything else, but I know that Wenda just had a good run. Her and Mac did great because you were just telling him how great he did. And it was pretty special. It was pretty cool. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because I think you did it both times I saw you come out of the building. I'm not sure.
Sure. I honestly, I have done that anytime I've ran these horses, win, lose, or draw. I've really tried to promote the development side of the horse. And I know that the previous semifinals, they caught the video of me giving Mac a hug and, talking to him. And I kind of giggled. I mean, it was great to see because I've never obviously seen that on a video. But I kind of giggled. I thought, well, I do that every time, I mean, whether we win or lose, I'm just grateful, honestly, that we have these amazing horses, and I'm just trying to promote his confidence and help him develop into the horse that he definitely can be. So it's fun to get to compete. It's fun to get to ride horses, and that's really what brings the smile to my face.
Awesome. That's cool. Rob Smets, before I bring you in, Michelle, Rob says, 2 great ladies in our sport. So that's cool. Thanks, Rob. Rob is on our team. He's the head of the Alliance Partnerships, and no doubt you ladies have encountered Rob. I caught him actually tearing down the arena one night, and the guys from Wrangler Network were there. Stu was, and we were able to actually interview him. So he's a man of many talents. Michelle, talk to me a little bit about your experience and Martini, your horse, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So go back to the beginning, your first run in the WCRA and kind of your journey, those who might not know it.
Yeah, so I think I can't even remember really the first one I nominated, but I had made it to Chicago. I seen that the semifinals was going to be in Guthrie, and I thought, man, that's just down the road. I better nominate and try to get into that. So I did. I nominated, and I got into my first semifinals and did great and won a bunch of money and qualified to go to Chicago. And it was just, from then on, I kind of caught on and started nominating. And I think Chicago and then Green Bay was good to me. And then Kansas City.
The fist bump, the famous.
Yes. I knew, and I hate to even be like that, but I knew, I was like, if you just make a clean run, you're going to win it. And so after she made that clean run, I could not contain my excitement. I mean, I wanted to jump off of her. I was so excited. So I stayed on her, thank goodness. So, and then after that, Kansas City, I didn't get to run Martini. I was on that really good mare, Dolly Joe, of Tracy Allen's horse, and it didn't go as planned. I was thankful to get to ride her. I just had a little trouble and tipped one, and would have made it back to the short round. It was a costly barrel. So nominated, and then at the Lazy E again, and just thankful to be there. Like Wenda said, elaborate on, you guys kind of care about the barrel racers. The ground is good. It's always a good setup. We get to get in the arena and practice a little bit, which that helps everybody. So if they do show up on a young horse or a green horse or even a seasoned horse, they just need to tune on a little bit. That really helps us get in the pen. So that's something that's, a lot of rodeos you can't get in the pen, so it's exciting.
And even at our majors that are in the small buildings where we're having to deal with load in and load out and the PBRs, all of their production and the big screens and everything. I mean, I remember Green Bay. I remember every major I've been to. Y'all are able to get in the arena there as well, right?
Yes, and we are so thankful for that. I mean, 50,000 on the line to go up and run against, you want to be able to get your barrel horse in that little pen and let it kind of see everything and see the alleyway, the setup, what it's going to be like. So that's a big advantage to me. That's a big advantage to be able to get in the pen.
Go around I've never run barrels. Like the one time that I did, it was pretty on my wife's horse, but I imagine getting them comfortable with the fence, with the rail.
Yeah, absolutely. Just being able to judge the alleyway, how close the timer is going to be, letting them get in there and relax and just let them know everything's going to be okay. It's just another run. So absolutely.
Very good. I'm going to bring up a couple slides. We're going to talk about the women's finals, the Women's Rodeo World Championships coming up in November at South Point Arena, November 3rd through the 7th. So let me pull that bad boy up really quick. Both of you are planning on competing at the women's finals. And just so everybody knows, women's finals is synonymous with WRWC, which is Women's Rodeo World Championship. So there's like 3 names that we use internally for it. But this is a big deal. It's the inaugural event, $750,000 guaranteed payout, $60,000 first place to the winners. And I'll pull some of that, those statistics up a little bit. There's 2 main paths to get there. There is, and I'll show that to y'all here in just a little bit. There is, get in here to the barrel racing. We don't want to look at the roping. Who wants to look at the roping? But there's basically, I'm sorry, get it pulled up here. 2 paths. There is the WCRA leaderboard, which is on that side on the screen, that side on the screen, and then the Open to the World path. And both of you are on the leaderboard, on the WCRA leaderboard, in the top 64. I think one of you are 14th, the other is 10th or something like that. So solidly in there. And prior to us jumping on the video, the live stream here, both of you told me that you're planning on entering the Open to the World path as well. So for those who might not have had a chance to really study this, as a barrel racer, because we've talked to a lot of ropers, how do you all approach the Women's Rodeo World Championships from a nominating standpoint to earn a spot on that leaderboard? Are you going to continue? Do you plan on continuing to nominate? And then the second question, how do you think about the open pool? And are you going to ride the same horse? Are you taking another horse along with you? And obviously giving you another shot to earn a spot into that main event. I'll tee this up for Michelle first. So Michelle, 2 questions. How do you approach competing in the WCRP side from here on out till October 11th when nominations close for the segment? How are you approaching competing in the Open to the World side?
I'll keep nominating, like you said, and try to stay kind of where I'm at or get a little bit closer. But I'll dang sure take 2 horses out there to run. I'll run one on the leaderboard side and one in the open side. I feel like if you're given the chance and 2 opportunities, that you really need to take advantage of it. Because anything can happen. You don't want to tip a barrel, but it can happen. So I will dang sure take 2 horses and run them, one in the open and one in the leaderboard, and 2 different ones. So I won't run the same.
Okay. What about you, Wenda?
Sure. I already am eligible to. I did the Win You're In. I won the Salina, Utah race that automatically gave me that spot on the leaderboard to compete at the women's finals. I'm planning to enter the Open as well. I have 2 horses as well as Michelle, and she's right. One little thing, one little bobble can cost you. So that's what's great about this setup, having the Open as another option to get into that leaderboard is a fantastic way to continue to advance. And so that would be my tentative plan, to run in Open as well as the leaderboard round.
Cool. So with that, I'd like to point out just a couple things because Wenda mentioned it. She earned a spot in the Nominate When You're In, and that's the far left side over here that says Fast Track. And so we have a handful of events, and you can find those on our WCRA Rodeo page, and I'll throw up that link here in a second for you to go check them out. But check that frequently, because if you compete at an event that is a Nominate When You're In event with us, and you win that event, if you nominate it, you get an automatic spot into this nominate when you're in. All right. And you run one time early in the week, and the top 4 fastest times get a pass straight into the main event. So that's a huge advantage. And if you're on the leaderboard as well, you can only have one position in the main event. You can still run for money in the WCRA path here, and even in the open path. But if you were, for example, to be in the top 4 fastest times over here, you're going to earn a spot straight into the main event. So good job. Good work. Question, have either of you entered the open for the open side?
Not yet.
No, and we need to do that because I think it gets higher and higher as it gets closer, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. And let me actually pull that up really quick. I'm glad I asked, because you're really going to want to do that. We've already had one entry fee increase, and the next one happens on the 31st, which is, I believe, Monday. So here's what that looks like. The nomination opportunity cutoff is through October 11th. So that's Sunday at 11:59 Central. And then the open path entries, again, that cutoff for the early bird, $500 entry fee, closed on July 27th. And the next close is going to happen on August 31st, where it's going to go to $750. So you can save $125 if you enter now. And how you enter is you go to entrytool.com, and I'll throw that up. I'll throw that up on the screen really quick. I got it right here. So do you guys have any questions about entering the open side or anything? I mean, it's pretty simple, as Wenda mentioned earlier.
No, it's just, I think a lot of the reason the girls haven't entered a double time on the second side is if they're going to be able to keep that other horse they've got running if something happens, or, a lot of these girls don't pre-plan. We just kind of run when we get there or enter when we get there. I mean, I'm big on that, because anytime I pre-plan or enter something early, something always happens. The horse gets hurt, I'm out of horse, I don't have another one to run. But I guess you can roll your time over, right? Are they going to let you do that still, or do you have to make the second run?
I am not going to answer that to get the official word on that. That would be
because that would be an idea.
Yeah, that would be a phone call to support. But I can actually, if Sammy Joe or somebody on the support side is around. I know that we did that at Stampede at the E, I believe.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And I know that there has been talk about it, but I want to be really careful about putting rules. I'm the marketing guy.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
But we can absolutely answer that. Our support team can answer that. And let me just throw up Sammy Jo and her team's contact info up here. Here we go. Great. Yeah, if you have any questions at all like that, support at wcrarodeo.com or 833-368-3787. Would be a great resource for you. And Sammy Jo and her team, they're fantastic. So let's just jump back into kind of the particulars of the Women's Rodeo World Championships. And I'll just walk y'all through it here really quick. Throw that back up here. So this is barrel racing, and it's a little bit different in events in the team roping and the breakaway roping. But since we have barrel racers on today, let's talk about barrel racing. So you have the fast track path. Well, first of all, let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the reason that you want to enter in the first place. And that's to get through all the way to the main event. And that championship round, it's actually going to start Friday, November 6th, the first round, the top 24 athletes per discipline, and the top 12 advance. To Saturday, 12 will compete per discipline, and then the top 6 are going to go to the championship round on a 2-run aggregate. and one run for the whole enchilada, $60,000 first place, and we pay a lot of money. We also pay a $20,000 all-around bonus. Michelle, have you started entering the team roping yet?
No, I need to. I was gone this weekend. I was supposed to go rope with my husband at Enid at this US Roping, and I had rodeo, so I kind of got out of it, but I have got to start entering.
Yes, you do. You got to get some of that all-around money.
I know.
So this is basically how it breaks out. Fast track will take up to 16 athletes in the nominate when you're in. And please look on our website. There's new events being added all the time because we want to give 16 athletes an opportunity to compete in that fast track pool. Top 4 fastest times are going to go straight into the main event. So you'll be one, or there'll be 4 of 24 coming from the fast track pool into the main event. And then number 1 through 4 on the leaderboard, on the WCRA leaderboard, is going to go straight into the main event as well. And then 5 through 64 will compete in through the progressive round, the Elite 18, and then 6 will work their way down, as you can see on the screen here, into the main event. So there'll be actually a total of 14 athletes in each discipline: heading, heeling, breakaway roping, and barrel racing, that will earn a spot into the main event, kind of on that left side, on the WCRA side. And then there'll be 10 that will come through, and I'll make this a little bit bigger, on the open side. And there's all kinds of opportunities. You know, if you're going to compete, if you're on the leaderboard, by all means, go to entrytool.com. The entries are open right now, and enter the Open to the World side. It's an opportunity to save $125 before the 31st, before Monday at 5 o'clock Central, to get in there. And what's cool is, if you earn a spot on the WCRA side into the main event, we'll refund your entry fees on the open side if you want to not compete. If you want to compete and go for the money, you can stay in there. But again, you can only have 1 spot into the main event. Do you guys have any questions on all of that?
No.
Okay, cool. Out of the Elite 18 on the WCRA side, if you don't make it through to the top 6, then 12 out of that progressive, or that Elite 18, can go over into the progressive round on the open side. And so there's just lots and lots and lots of opportunities to earn a spot into that main event. And it's going to be one heck of a rodeo. It's going to be one heck of an event. Again, we have a $750,000 guaranteed payout. There's equal money in all disciplines. We have breakaway roping, barrel racing, heading, and heeling. So, Michelle, we would love to see you out there roping steers for sure.
Ah, you and me both.
Awesome. Well, we talked a little bit about Wenda, your crew being able to jump into your truck here in a little bit, and put on a little bit of a rodeo clown act by jumping on your lap and everything. And are they standing outside waiting to get in?
Looks like they're on the phone now, so
Good.
I know.
Well, I want to be respectful of y'all's time. You know, I really appreciate both of you getting on here. Wenda, you have earned, we believe, $35,000 or more in the WCRA. That's fantastic. You do it. You don't haul up and down the road. WCRA works for you. You're able to go to places where you can run your horses and nominate and all of that. Is there anything that you would like to add to any of that?
This WCRA has been such an eye opener for me, and has made me grateful for any time I've went to the semifinals and their big events. Just how well they take care of the athletes and make us a priority. And I really felt that at Missouri, that we were allowed to go into the arena. Just like Michelle said, sometimes you're not able to go into the arena, and we had the time to work our horses and get them comfortable. And here I'm on a 7-year-old who didn't have a lot of rodeo experience. And I think it was so beneficial to the horses and even to us, the competitors, to how accommodating you guys are. And I'm definitely grateful. And the setup just works great. And I think it works for anybody going down the road too. I mean, look at all the great competitors we had at this last event, gals sitting in the top, that it worked out for them to swing in and go make some runs and make some money. So it's a great association, and I'm definitely grateful for all the hard work you put into it, and giving us the opportunity to compete at a high level for a lot of money.
Thank you. And thanks for coming on today. What would you say to somebody who's never competed at a WCRA event, never nominated yet, a barrel racer that might be in Ohio or South Dakota or California? Like, is there something lady to lady you can share with them?
Well, I know it's a little intimidating looking at the grand scheme of things, and it is a newer association and a different entry system. It can be a little intimidating, but the great thing is the staff is right there at our fingertips, and they're willing to help anytime. And, you can nominate a few times, and at this point in time, 6, 8 times, 10 times, and still be able to come compete for some really good money. And it makes it worth everybody's time.
Awesome. Thank you. Michelle, what would you say to somebody who hasn't yet? I mean, I know that you say it again and again, but somebody who hasn't played in our game yet and hasn't participated, what would you say?
Oh, if you think you've got a horse that can compete, and run and go win checks, go look up WCRA online and try to figure out how to nominate. And if you have trouble, call them. They'll help you out. It's not that hard. You can do it at a jackpot. I mean, just a weekly jackpot. And if it's not, approved, you can call, have whoever's putting it on call and get it WCRA approved. It's not that hard. I mean, there's so many ways around it, and there's so many ways to nominate. So I'd say to anybody out there that hasn't nominated and doesn't want to go all year long, but still wants to win big money and thinks they have the horse to do it, go nominate.
Yeah, get after it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, don't forget to tune in, everybody. I'm going to throw this back up here real quick so we can all see these ladies and be reminded to go watch CBS August 29th at 3:00 Eastern time. Be sure to tune in there. These two wonderful women are going to be running their lights out on the big stage on network television. What does that mean? What does that mean to each of you? Michelle, why don't you take that? What does it mean to be on network television running barrels?
Oh, it's exciting. I mean, anytime to get to see yourself, and especially on CBS, just to be acknowledged. And, I feel like maybe a little bit of the hard work that we put into this and winning has paid off. It's rewarding. It's absolutely rewarding.
Yeah. Does it mean something to your sponsors?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think our sponsors appreciate it. Get your name out there, gets their product out there, good advertisement. Absolutely.
Cool. Wenda, what about you? You've been on the big stage before with us, but what does it mean this time around for you and Mac? Are you going to run Mac, by the way? I mean, is that your,
probably? I have to make that decision when I show up at a race and kind of decide who's going to be the best for that particular event. But I agree 100% with Michelle, and how this is, pretty special that they're able to showcase and highlight what it is all of the competitors do, and really the this is just as amazing rodeo, and to represent the sport of rodeo in such a positive way, and that's what I really admire about it, and am grateful to be a part of it.
Well, we appreciate both of you. Maggie's given us some love there too. Thank you, Maggie, for the kind words. And let me just go through here. If there's anything else, I don't see anything. I don't have anything else. Just remember to continue to nominate. nominations are good through October 11th. And you ladies, don't forget to enter. Please don't wait till the last minute. and those of you who are out there watching right now, thanks for tuning in for our live stream, WRWC, Women's Rodeo World Championships live stream. Don't forget to enter. And you can enter without being on the WCRA leaderboard. You can go to entrytool.com and actually enter. If you're in California and maybe you haven't been nominating or your horse is coming back, don't hesitate to enter. We would love to see you there at the women's finals in November. So that's all I got. Thanks for joining us, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. All right. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.